We just finished with New World's closed beta a little over a week ago, so this video is to show you some of the footage, and I'll also be giving you some of my thoughts on the new MMORPG by Amazon and Double Helix Games as well. Hi, I'm Kiria Silverbow, and I want you to remember to always play your game your way. Before I get into the video, for those of us that don't know, Amazon let us know the release date for the game has been pushed back from August 31st to September 28th this year. While this is sad that we must wait a bit longer than we'd hoped for the release of the game, it does give the devs more time to squash those pesky bugs and fix other items and problems that we let them know about during the beta. We will just have to keep staring at those wait screens just a little bit longer. See what I did there? When this screen rolled into my view, my thoughts were, the game so far looks and feels cool, even though it was vastly different from other games I'd played before. The fight mechanics were different, but the best thing by far for me were the graphics. They were amazing. The footage I have in this video is from a level 17 character. The little camp I'm running up to is important, and you'll see why in just a few moments. I tried out many different weapon combos until hubby found this little gem right here, and it was on YouTube. The life staff hatchet combo is amazing. Kept my little rear alive for much longer than usual, especially during a multi-mob fight. I was working on some of the quests, and these mobs drive me nuts. Kind of ramped up zombies with weapons. They will give some serious punches. But this particular dude with this shield, the hatchet combo that I had, it punched through his defenses beautifully. One thing I do like is that we weren't bound by classes. We could learn whatever weapon, or even all of them if we wanted. Now remember that camp I said would come in handy? Well, this is why. I thought I would just waltz right in and mine that little bit of silver. These miner zombies that were on Red Bull or whatever they were on had other thoughts. I thought I had myself out of the woods there for a moment, but no, I was wrong. They had their 4 brothers come in and gang up on me for revenge. Something that's nice is that you can choose where you want to res back to, as you can see here, which is helpful if you don't want to run all the way back to town because you don't want to finish up the quest because you're frustrated with it right now. While you're out in Eternum, you'll find many different things you want to do and see and pick up. One you want to make sure you do is stop at each and every one of these little shrines. They are great for fast travel, and if you've stopped at one, you might be able to go from one end of the map to the other, which I've had to do. I loved the crafting setup with New World, and with that there are many different things you can pick up for arcane and cooking, like this one for Dragon Glory. And there's even a river crest used in Arcana. This big thing, however, that you see now is just a big iron vein that you can mine for iron, used in blacksmithing, of course. I was constantly hearing, or rather seeing, people in chat wanting to know where to find it or what it looked like. Well, this is it. A big rusty mound of iron. One player said it even looked like dino poop from Jurassic Park. Well, they were right. You saw I was able to mine the iron? Well, this particular pretty looking little piece that you're fixing to see next is called Springstone. Now, I'm not able to mine it because I'm not level 50 in mining yet. Well, in different places you'll see different things that you can either harvest, chop down, or mine, but you can't do so unless you're a certain level. What I loved about the game is that if you aren't a certain level, you'll actually be able to see it across the particular item when you mouse over it, which was great. And I found that helpful when going to harvest, mine, or chop down items, which was great. Here you see my hatchet leveling up and some of the points that I put into it and where, which was kind of cool too. Now there are wells all over a turnip, and not only can you jump up on them, as you can see, but you can pull water from them, which kind of gives them a real world feel. You can use them for arcana, and you can also use them for food, for cooking food. There's also a quest to have to pick up water as well. But there's also little strawberries on the ground, which was, neat. I thought that they put strawberries in the game that particular way. Now, these little guys you're fixing to see me fight kind of made me laugh, because this particular version, two-armed version of this mob, reminded me of Larry, Moe, and Curly because of Curly's face smack when he gets a little frustrated and upset. You'll notice if you're very careful and watch this last guy, he will do that. He will do that, and it comes in about right there. Okay, so this is blight moth. Now, if you'll need to look for that particular log, and you'll see him sitting on it. You'll also see a earthshell turtle, a salamander snail, and a life moth, and maybe a few other particular animals. I think there's also a lightning beetle possibly that sit on that particular type of root. If there's nothing sitting on it, somebody's already harvested off of it. And those dudes hit hard. Make sure any of those little crates you find, things in there, you'll also want to make sure you also pick up these as well. You can get things out of them as well. This is blight root. As I mentioned blight moth earlier, they will both give you a death mode, something that is specific to them when you harvest them. This one gave me a blight root stem. I can't remember what the blight moth gave me a little while ago. When I found this big chunk of silver that you're going to see earlier next, I didn't think about how close to being overweight that I really, really was. After I mined it, then I had this bag notification showing in red in the bottom right hand corner. Plus I felt like I was walking in quicksand. I'll mark the notification with a pink circle down at the bottom for you so you can see it a little bit better. And we all hate when this happens when we're out in the wild. Luckily, this game gives you an easy out without having to drop it all on the ground. You can salvage it for parts to help repair your armor, which is what I did with all the armor and weapons I had that were in my backpack. I didn't need them anywhere. What I was wearing was much better. After salvaging it, you can see I'm back to normal and can mine that little piece of silver near it. What we all need to repair gear in the New World as well. You can do that in the bottom of the screen just like you would in other games. But you'll also repair your pickaxe and your axe as well. This is Life Bloom, used in arcane and alchemy to make health potions. I'm turning my camera because it blinks and it bothers me because I'm epileptic. This is the town of Everfall. Heading in to turn in my quests. Yep, that's somebody standing up on the well. The only thing that bugged me is that there was no swimming. if you fell off a bridge, you might want to give up depending on how far you were from shore. As somebody put it, you'd have to Terminator through the water to get back to shore. This is my Covenant faction representative, and I used the Covenant leader on this particular server. Others I used Syndicate. I wasn't pretty much a marauder, but that's my thoughts on the game. Hope you liked it.